Going live. And one, and a two, and a three. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya NakJodoh Coach Zuhri. Good evening, happy Saturday night, and good night. Good night. Good evening. Okay, so selamat datang. Saya nak bantu anda cari jodoh, insyaAllah. Okay, so we had several very exciting nights, and tomorrow night also will be quite exciting. On Wednesday kita ada Dr. Syed Alhabshi share dengan kita mengenai 3 tips jodoh lambat kerana tak cukup duit, kan? So dia cerita macam mana nak mencukupkan. So kita akan review tu lagi. Semalam pun exciting juga because Sister Azlina Idris yang juga student dari INSIF sama macam Dr. Syed Alhabshi, still working on her doctorate, and then her sharing was also really impactful, di mana macam mana nak mencukupi, kan? Macam mana nak mencukupi adalah dengan zakat, dengan sedekah, dengan syukur, and she shared her own financial hijrah. I cakap dia, this is financial hijrah, kan? Financial hijrah di mana cara you guna duit tu itu mencukupkan. Switch. One tip pertama adalah buat dalam financial hijrah adalah satu, tukar daripada semua financial instrument and spending daripada conventional ke Islamic. Financial ke Islamic. This is her own personal experience. Daripada mula-mula dulu rasa tak cukup, macam-macam kena bayar, kan. So daripada all the banking semua, Maybank dan sebagainya, boleh je senang je change pada conventional to Islamic. Ataupun kalau you can talk to your HR, cakap tak nak tukar bank account, so masukkan ke dalam Islamic bank account. And then credit card, Islamic credit card, and be careful with your spending and how you spend, kan. I mean, kita akan ditanya antara question akhirat nanti, kita akan tanya, how did you spend your youth, how did you earn your income, how did you spend your wealth, how did you guna ilmu, kongsi ilmu, and then there's another one, fifth one. Nanti kita tengok balik video tu. Kita do another review with Sister Azlina punya video, okay? So then kita expand, elaborate lagi. And then another point yang Sister share adalah hutang kena bayar. Tak semestinya bayar semua serentak, boleh structure. Start dengan, and this was the homework semalam. Homeworknya adalah tulis semua hutang-hutang, kan. Hutang dengan kawan, institusi, mak bapak. Kadang kita lupa kita hutang mak bapak sebab macam mak, kan. Mak, apalah buat lupa macam tu. So tapi tulis, tanya mak, kod mak ingat, kan. Tulis. Tak mesti you bayar semua serentak. Jangan terkejut, kan, bila pasal hutang. Boleh structure, minta Allah permudahkan doa 1000 dinar supaya Allah mudahkan, dan plan nak bayar balik sikit-sikit. Start with yang paling kecil, because it'll give you the sense of small win tu, dan rasa makin lama makin confidence. And bila buat financial hijrah, kan, dia cakap it really helps with her own self confidence, kan. Allah bagi dia rasa keyakinan setelah buat financial hijrah dia. Okay, dia dah switch to Islamic punya instrument, dah bayar hutang, start pentingkan zakat, kan. Wajib pentingkan zakat. And then we discuss, kenapa some people rasa ambil zakat tu benda yang remeh. So cuma apakah kepentingan zakat tu? Alright, so switch to credit card, kereta, loan kalau boleh. There are a lot of Islamic punya investment punya financial instrument, hutang dengan orang, institusi, dan hutang dengan Allah. Hutang dengan Allah tu adalah hutang macam hutang solat, hutang puasa, kan. Dia cakap biasanya perempuan among themselves, they will say, kau dah habis ganti puasa dah belum, kan, ataupun bayar fidyah dan sebagainya. Tapi laki orang jarang tanya, kan. Tapi kan kadang laki pun ada juga terdemam ke, kan, tersakit perut ke, dan sebagainya. So dan juga hutang solat dengan Allah, macam hutang dengan Allah penting, sebab mungkin kita zaman muda dulu kita tak kurang solat, terlepas solat, penting cuba ganti balik solat-solat kan. Dan zakat sangat penting. Nanti kita buat review lah. Very it's like kita tengok financial hijrah, transformasi daripada rasa macam tak mencukupi sampai macam mana dia boleh buat transform jadi mencukupi kan, by just switching mindset and type of loan and type of bank yang guna from conventional to Islamic, dan outcome dia is dia jadi mencukupi. Lepas tu dah jadi mencukupi, rasa confidence pun dapat rasa confidence. Okay, so dia mencukupi kerana kita buat cara yang disyariatkan, sebab tu dia jadi mencukupi. Alright, so okay, bismillah. Okay, kita sambung. Sebelum saya continue, nak advertise malam esok also another exciting night. Kita ada guest, nama dia Kucing. I mean, guest kita adalah seorang doktor, she's a vet. She's a vet, and she is the founder of Pet Medic, and she is also a certified pet first aid instructor. Pet first aid instructor. So kita tengok video ni kejap. This is for event tomorrow night. Ching. Load video. Click. Alright. Play video. Alright. So the event malam esok promo video. So if you, ini khas untuk orang yang pemilik kucing. Kalau you're not a cat person, if you're not a cat person, tak apa. Tema, we were trying to start a weekly theme, okay? Weekly theme di mana kita nak mengeratkan silaturahim antara muslimin dan muslimah based on interest, okay? It's not specifically a matchmaking event, tak. Kita kumpul dulu database kan, siapa-siapa yang single. So event ni adalah untuk orang single. Kalau you suka kucing, join us tomorrow. Kalau it's not your thing, then suggest to me you suka apa kan, cooking, reading dan sebagainya. Cooking, reading, what else? For me, I suka gosok baju, suka masak. So that's just me. So tell me what you like, and comics or whatnot ke, Marvel figurines or something. Up to you. You tell me. And then kita will gather people of the same interests, and then kita eratkan silaturahim lah, insyaAllah. Okay, so kita play video ni dulu. Ching. Alright, this is the review yang kita nak buat malam ni. We are live. Tapi nak sebut, tadi bro, dah lama sangat kenal sebelum dia doktor. Doktor Syed Alhabshi kan, dia keluar TV Al-Hijrah. TV Al-Hijrah tadi pasal moratorium I cadangkan you tengok kan. Best. I tak tengok lagi pun, tapi I'm sure dia best. Sebab I duk cari dalam YouTube, tak jumpa lagi tadi. Maybe because show tu belum habis kot kan. And maybe nanti dia dah fully upload, nanti ada lah kot. So this was the promo from TV Al Hijrah from Syed Alhabshi, our guest on Wednesday night hari tu.
Saya ni perlu atau tidak ambil moratorium ini. Dia boleh gunakan wang tu untuk tambahkan dia punya tabung kecemasan ataupun menggunakan untuk membeli barang-barang keperluan. Kita perlu pergi kepada bank awal. Jangan bila dah tak boleh bayar, baru kita pergi berjumpa dengan bank. Fahamkan dahulu sebelum kita komitkan diri kita untuk moratorium ini.
So nanti I suggest you pergi tengok TV Al Hijrah kat YouTube. YouTube ada tak? Cubalah cari kat YouTube. TV Al Hijrah atau Tijarah nama show dia, tak silap. Mengenai moratorium. Okay? Because he's a financial expert. He's sharing about finance in Islam. Kan? Alright, so wait. Okay, so Sister Azrina ada komen. She's watching. Hi sis, what's up? Okay, because I kurang sebut tadi. I kurang sebut perkara-perkara yang akan ditanya akhirat nanti. Mengikut, thank you sis for adding this. Kongsi ilmu, semoga Allah membalas jasa. Alright, so the son of Adam will not pass away from Allah until he is asked about five things. How he lived his life, how he utilized his youth, with what means did he earn his wealth, the income dia macam mana, how did he spend his income, and what did he do with his knowledge. Okay, so 5 things. How he live his life. Itu kita hidup kita ni berjasa tak, kita nak dekatkan diri dengan Allah atau tidak. Then how he utilized his youth. There's a saying that life is wasted on the youth, kan, or something like that, because youth, young people generally are not fully directed and waste time and energy and their passion, or not knowing where to go. So a lot of youth are wasting life, and a lot of older people wish they were younger, and after knowing what they should have spent their time and youth on. Kan, betul tak? I feel that way. I wish I was my young and dumb days. I had the wisdom I have now during my young and dumb days. And yeah, that's me. Kan? And next point is, with what means did he earn his income? Rezeki kita halal dan berkat atau tidak, kan? How did he spend his wealth? Kita ada berderma, zakat, bagi mak bapak, duit sokongan dan sebagainya, hadiah kat mak bapak, kan? And then what did he do with his knowledge? Itu penting. A lot of us have a lot of knowledge, highly educated. I think everyone out there yang ada unique specialty skill, like for example Dr. Syed Adam and Sister Azlina have financial punya knowledge, and they are sharing their knowledge. Sebab nanti Allah akan tanya, how did you use your knowledge? Do you share it or you kedekut ilmu? That's the concern. Then that is one of the reason I do this video setiap malam, kan? Because I'm told that I berdosa sebab pengalaman saya yang boleh sebagai tukang cari jodoh boleh banyak memanfaatkan umat, saya tak share, kan, kedekut ilmu. So sebab itulah saya share setiap malam, and insya-Allah ilmu ta'aruf, nak kahwin cara halal ni saya kongsi dari pengalaman saya sebagai tukang cari jodoh, boleh mengurangkan dosa. Dan nanti bolehlah saya jawab, I try my best, I make the show every night, kongsi ilmu, kongsi pengalaman sebagai tukang cari jodoh, kan. And So I try. This is my best effort right now with what I know best right now. So I'm trying. Ya Allah, I'm trying. Look, it takes time to prepare my notes, and it's not scripted because that's not how I work. I just don't know how. I do have a script, but I do have my notes. It takes hours to prepare, and in between jaga anak, cooking, beli groceries dan sebagainya. So I still make time and I invest my experience in your success. Your success for you to dapat perkahwinan yang berkat. That's my investment to you. Okay, that's how I spend my hours. I'm investing in your success, which is perkahwinan yang berkat, insyaAllah. Okay, so this please pay attention. This is very important, kan? Very important. Nanti Allah tanya, ini adalah perkara yang Allah akan tanya akhirat nanti. Okay? Alright, so Sister Azina tambah. Prophet Muhammad SAW said, if a man was killed in battle for the sake of Allah, then brought back to life, and he owed a debt, he would not enter paradise until his debt was paid off. Yes, itu yang Sister Azina mention tadi. Yang I mentioned about Sister Azina mention, citation. So, di mana hutang-hutang kita akan mula mencukupi dan rasa mencukupi dan akan dicukupi bila kita dah mula start bayar hutang-hutang kita. Jangan segan tanya AKPK or at least list down siapa-siapa yang hutang, kan. List down dulu, okay? Start bayar with the small ones first, and to you get that small wins. So bayar balik hutang, very important. So nanti tak boleh masuk hidup syurga kang scary, kan. Okay, thank you sis. Any more comments, please tambah, right. Alright, so this is kita nak sambung review kita. We already went through one third of the video. Okay, so why you should watch this? One of the reason is because Syed Adam spent 1.5 hours sharing ilmu dia, and his hourly rate as a lawyer is 1,000 an hour. So 1.5 hours is 1,500 ringgit worth of his time, experience and knowledge, and my time as sebagai tukang cari jodoh, nak bantu you cari jodoh. So you are getting free knowledge for 1,500 ringgit. You're getting it for free. So, the least you can do is ask questions. That's how you want to repay and be grateful to orang yang share ilmu dengan you. You tanya soalan. Send me questions. And Dr. Syed Adam said, kalau ada enough questions, then he'll be happy to answer it. Okay? Dia pun tahu kepentingan untuk kongsi ilmu ni. Okay, so kita start balik. Start balik, review, bismillah. Play.
So she is waiving her rights. So bila dah jadi macam tu, then kena discuss. It's not about who brings, once you're married, it's not about who brings more money. It's not about who brings the food on the table. It's about how you complement each other so that your relationship can grow well
Together.
Yeah.
And what would you say to guys yang macam who is in limbo, who is currently tengah, because I get these cases a lot. The lady would tell me, dia cakap, kami dah kenalan 18 bulan, 2 tahun and so forth, and his excuse is still tengah kumpul duit, and there's no definite deadline of bila nak nikah.
That's a simple question, because when you're talking about kumpul duit, it's a finite thing, kan? It's not an infinity, it's not an abstract thing. That's why proper planning needs to be done. How much do you have now? You the girl should be asking the guy, how much do you have now? How much do you need for the marriage.
Mhm.
The at that time kalau dah nak kahwin, you should the each other dapat tahu berapa hantaran yang kena set yang proper lah. Kalau you punya value tinggi, then you kena cari orang yang sama kufu, yang
Yes,
mampu
kufu.
untuk you punya level,
Yeah.
compatibility kan. So
Kalau
dia
dia
orang
minta
kata
700 jantung nyamuk,
kalau dia puteri Gunung Ledang boleh lah.
ya, okay.
Tapi dia bukan puteri Gunung Ledang. Dia mungkin puteri Pak Leman. So, dia bukan puteri Gunung Ledang kan. So kena faham dia punya demand tu kena sesuai dengan diri dia lah. Tak boleh ada value, tak boleh tu above value kan. Tapi yang penting is kalau the guy is saying belum cukup duit, berapa kau nak kumpul?
So pause comment. So it's very important whereby in ta'aruf tu berbincang antara with your pasangan kan. I mean mula-mula of course you go through consider dia punya akhlak, agama, iman. Itu minimum qualification akhlak, agama, iman. Okay, minimum before you proceed on to have a macam phase lah kan. So akhlak, agama, iman kan. So bila dah past this three, then probe further, bincang. Okay, kalau nak kahwin, your family expectation hantaran berapa, mas kahwin berapa. Ingat, mas kahwin adalah untuk wanita, suami kepada isteri. Okay, bukan untuk parents guna untuk buat kenduri atau apa pun je. That's for you, untuk wanita, isteri, untuk you. Okay, that is for you. And dan berapa, have discussed agree to an amount so the guy can plan. The guy boleh plan. Okay, katakan katakan 15,000 contoh kan. 15,000 hantaran 10,000, mahar 300, lepas tu kenduri berapa ribu lagi. Contoh, okay. I mean it's up to you. You punya sekufu macam mana, compatible dengan dia macam mana atau tidak. So katakan 5,000. Tapi nowadays is even much cheaper much more cheaper to menikah dan berkenduri. Tak payah kenduri ramai-ramai sangat. Tak boleh pun sebab MCO dan sebagainya kan. So now is the best time to get married, guys. Okay, because it's probably the most affordable time to get married. And because as I ada mention in this video, sekarang kawan dia nikah, kahwin, kenduri semua all in 2,000. Like you probably have 2,000 lying around in your bank right now, kan? So decide on an amount. Kalau tidak, if it's just a dream, if it's a goal without a deadline or a figure, it's just a dream. Yeah, if it's a goal without a deadline or a figure, it's just a dream. Angan-angan, jenin. Okay, so decide how much by when. Okay, the guy, who, what, when, how, why, kan, all the questions. Di mana? Who, the guy. Why nak kahwin, kan? How much? Let's say 2,000. And then by when? When in 6 months, katakan 6 months, kan? Dah cukup, dah ada. Okay? Anything else? So plan. It's that simple. So plan. If you don't plan, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Kan? So dan sekufu tu penting. I think we elaborate that in another video nanti, insyaAllah. Okay.
How much do you need? It's not an abstract question. Let's set a goal. So you need this much. Let's work for it. What are you doing to work to get that? And also, you must know what is the occupation of your spouse.
Betul.
of your future spouse. Jangan you kerja apa adalah kerja sini, kerja ni, no, kerja business apa semua. No. Kalau you have to do the background check, you have to do the due diligence. In fact, kalau the
So bahasa lawyer, because he's a lawyer, due diligence. But of course, usually in our context kita discuss ta'aruf kan. Same thing lah, same thing. Where you berkenalan, nak tahu background dia macam mana, kerja apa, kat mana, and then maybe second, third meeting, tahu gaji dia berapa. So you can ukur baju badan sendiri, you ukur baju badan dia, and sekufu atau tidak. Does it match? Kan? And income sama level, lifestyle sama level. So I mean there is a bell curve. Saya ada mention, there is a bell curve di mana okay, not everyone is in the same situation, but there is a bell curve. Yeah, bukan semua orang dia punya situation yang sama. Is flat tu is not a bell curve lah kan. So bell curve tu kan. So bell curve something you study in college, university tu. Bell curve. Setiap situation lain. Ada yang macam lelaki banyak duit, perempuan tak banyak duit. And then another side of the curve, perempuan banyak duit, lelaki tak cukup duit. Kan? And then paling ramai mungkin at the top is dua-dua setaraf, sekufu. At the top of the bell curve. Itu probably ideal, which is but rare. Not necessarily rare, but it depends on the situation. I mean, I'm looking for such detail, such research. I don't know, because I like statistics, just for knowledge. But so, it's important to know expectation and manage expectation you and your pasangan supaya you tahu dia punya income and you punya income pun dia patut tahu. I don't suggest that's the first question. Bila first meeting baru jumpa, first meeting jumpa is akhlak, agama, iman. You determine this first. This is your due diligence. This is your ta'aruf. Okay?
Dodgy sangat. Macam I was watching, someone was asking about bankruptcy search kan. Go ahead, do a bankruptcy search on the guy. Do a secret search on the guy. If you have the means, the cara nak buat, pergi dekat bank negara, you boleh dapat the secret punya tu. Bankruptcy, you just go to insolvency, bayar dekat RM15, you boleh dapat bankruptcy search. Nak check tengok dia ni bankrupt ke tak bankrupt. Because it will affect lepas kahwin. Do your due diligence. You must not only for the guy on the girl, but the girl on the guy as well. Especially kalau you kahwin at the later stage kan. Kahwin umur dah 30-an, dekat ke 40-an tu. You kena buat all this financial check apa semua on the guy or on the girl. Kalau muda-muda mungkin 25, 24 tu baru habis universiti, tak ada lah risiko untuk dia bankrupt tu kurang lah sikit. Tapi dia punya risiko is tinggi bila dia dah lama kerja.
What would you say yang kalau orang punya excuse, tak apalah, tak payah check ni, husnuzon je?
No.
Okay, red flags may not necessarily be on the other person. Sometimes you could be the red flag because your lackadaisical you punya macam tak apa, semua husnuzon, semua jangka baik, tak payah buat due diligence. Tahu-tahu you kahwin, dia kena kejar alung, you pun kena lari pada alung. So okay, reality, okay, I'm telling you reality. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you, perkahwinan itu semua indah, cinta, opa jatuh dari langit. I'm not gonna tell you this BS fantasy stories. I'm gonna tell you realities, so you prepare, alright? Because I nak you do this research, due diligence awal, ta'aruf awal, know what you're getting into, manage your expectation. So perkahwinan you nanti, insyaAllah you can better manage, okay? I'm not going to sell you fantasies. That's not what I do. I'm a matchmaker. All right. Okay. So I don't sell fantasies. Don't sell yourself fantasies, and don't be aware of your own red flags in yourself. Okay. I know I share a lot about, you know, the red flags in the guy, but sometimes kita punya sikap tidak endah pun is possibly a red flag, because kita tak kisah macam you know, husnuzon je kan. Kadang-kadang you pun kena kejar alung sekali. I know ada cerita my father cerita kat kampung dulu. Kampung my father dulu, arwah my father dulu. Dia cerita there's this pakcik dia kena kejar chatty, bini dia pun kena kejar chatty. Pasal apa? Dulu masa kahwin kenduri besar-besaran pinjam duit chatty. Sampai dah bercucu belum habis bayar duit chatty lagi. So chatty tak gila macam along lah kan. So nasib baiklah. But you know, you need to know due diligence kan. So alright, so okay, kita sambung.
That's a red flag for me. That's a red flag for me, because if I'm nak kahwin dengan you, I should have nothing to hide on that score. That's not something that is a secret. It shouldn't be a secret, right? Kalau dia start nak cover, nak protect, nak ni apa semua, then that's a red flag.
Yeah, red flags, financial red flags we have to watch out for. And like Adam suggested, there are ways to find out their punya finances, like sitos, secrets, bankruptcy, insolvency punya status. And okay, so if you're not familiar, sitos, secrets, and insolvency, these are the things that you can find out. You know, pergi bank negara aja. And I think belas ringgit ke puluh ringgit je, and then you get the result same day. I don't know now if Bank Negara punya lounge tu still open and you can just go. Because I was about to receive a grant, I had to go do my sitos secrets punya and insolvency punya report, because I was about to receive a grant and they wanted these reports. Okay, so that was senang lah at that time. Now I'm not sure if it's online you boleh buat. Maybe you can find out. So it doesn't cost much. It's just puluh belas ringgit je, and you get results same day. Yeah, alright. The communication about finance is very important. Sometimes hantaran or mas kahwin diminta tinggi sangat kan. You probably read that somewhere macam kalau ada degree 10,000, doctorate 50,000, macam itu kan. There's rates in our society that said. So the guy pun would probably rasa macam, mahal sangat lah. Aku kerja, contohlah, dispatch. Macam mana aku nak.
So your contoh is that lelaki tu kerja dispatch, dia punya tunang dia tu ada PhD. Mana kufuk dia? Where's the kufuk?
Tapi dia orang suka sama suka.
Dia suka sama suka. The syariat is very clear on kufu. You're gonna get, not to say that it will definitely end up in bad marriages, but I'm just saying that the Sharia has set the kufu standard to be there for a reason. Yes, you take a standard deviation untuk the graph, the bell curve. It can doesn't mean that you will fall. Dia ada margin of error kan. So margin of error tu mungkin boleh survive, mungkin akan ni. But the common data punya selection, kalau kufu baru you senang nak bahagia. So the moment you know that you're going into with a PhD, you kena tahulah dia punya cost tu tinggi. Takkan like kalau laki tu nak komplain kata mahal lah hantaran, laki tu lah samdul. Kau nak pergi kejar yang tinggi-tinggi, kau expect harga murah-murah.
Inilah macam aku mampu bayar mahal tiap bulan, tapi aku masuk Lamborghini showroom, mahal lah.
Dia masuk Lamborghini showroom nak kata ni mahal lah.
Mahal lah. Boleh tak bayar
logik lah macam tu.
Contoh. It's the disparity of managing expectation sendiri pun penting.
Yes, you need to manage your own expectation.
I mean, I think just a side note. I have a cousin. He is a farmer. He's also a driver. Tapi isteri dia, she has a PhD. Alhamdulillah, so far so good. And baru just last week they have their first child. So I mean, I'm not clear of the details. Hantaran berapa tak ingat. But you know, the standards are there to ease happiness and manage expectation. Tak semestinya kalau seorang intelek lagi tinggi dan seorang kepandaian yang lain tak boleh, tak semestinya. It's not like that, kan. But there is the standard, like Adam said, there is a standard skufu reason there, di mana it will help make ease the happiness, but it's not always the case lah, kan. There's always exception to the rule. Then how shall we say, and contoh itulah contoh dia. Ya, kita sambung.
Unique, but I think it's a matter of kufu. Kalau you sekufu dengan orang tu, then the price should be within your reach, right?
And when you say that it is unreasonable to have mas kahwin yang tinggi sangat because dia menyusahkan yang halal. Sensitive ni, kan? Sensitive issue.
Tough question. You know why? Because nombor satu, mas kahwin biasanya selalu murah je.
Yeah.
Mas kahwin tu untuk yang nak menghalalkan tu murah je. I think RM300. Yeah. My mas kahwin to my wife was sebentuk cincin berlian. In fact, I couldn't even remember the price. But it was more than the RM300 lah. So bila imam tu tanya, berapa harga cincin tu? Mahal.
2 bulan gaji.
Mahal jawab dia, kan. But what you're referring to is the hantaran. The hantaran is to show is a standard or set mostly by the society lah, kan. But it's not a price that is not negotiable. Hantaran is always a negotiable punya price, kan. Mas kahwin yang kita non-negotiable lah, ada minimum amount, kan. Minimum, yeah. So dia bergantung pada to show how much you want to sort of pay for the marriage, you know. You're paying of this. But it's a tough question. I think reasonable family would set reasonable price, and the reasonable price is usually reasonable, you know. I don't know, what do you think? Orang yang set hantaran yang tinggi-tinggi ni, patut dia set tinggi-tinggi sangat? So kau tak tahu jawapan, tanya wifi.
Yeah.
Dia
sumber
dia
censorship board.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of you need to discuss beforehand, right? You need to it should have been part of the discussion kalau nak kahwin apa semua. Takkan dia tiba-tiba pergi dah terkejut, kan? Nak 34,000?
I didn't bring my checkbook.
You patut dah discuss. But it's usual, kalau you dah set the price, then you kena check lah you punya finance. Berapa you boleh bawa, pendapatan you nak simpan apa semua, nak achieve that figure apa semua. I don't know. Pernah tengok orang letak yang terlalu tinggi, tapi I pernah dengar orang letak harga yang lagi satu tak mampu, so dia kata mahal. It's a very subjective punya word, kan. Yeah. Mahal ni macam mana? Kalau kau miskin memang ada mahal. Kalau kau kaya, benda tu siput. In fact patut increasekan lagi. So depends on where is your Azwali kata see my level lah.
Similar level. To put it into context, usually mahar mas kahwin is biasanya ada minimum depending on the state kan, 300, I think selama still 80 kot, and yang itu wajib, itu hadiah kepada suami kepada isteri. Tapi ada
Hadiah, it's not hadiah, is to pay for your access to your wife.
Interesting way of putting it. Explain more.
It's marriage is a contract. There must be a consideration.
Okay, so this is when it is a bit of a sensitive punya discussion. Why? Because what Adam say is the interpretation of marriage. It's a contract, it's a legal binding contract. That's what marriage is. I mean, that is usually people don't want to think of it that way, that marriage is a contract. It's a legally bound contract, an agreement between a man and a woman. So usually people disagree because of the romantic fantasy notion. Oh no, it's about love dan sebagainya. Yes, it's about love. It comes after the nikah, but it is also a nikah is a legal binding contract, and that mahar is from the husband to the wife. I know I usually word it as hadiah kepada lelaki dan wanita, kepada isteri dia. It may not be the exact way to put it, but I need to word it better. I agree, but to put it as bluntly as this lawyer does, that's what it is. Nikah is a legally binding contract. Usually people don't want to think of it that way, because we don't want to think about it. Yeah? We don't want to think about, oh, marriage is a legally binding contract. Boring, not romantic. It just doesn't paint a sexy picture. But that's what it is. It's a fact. It's a legal binding contract between a man and a wife, a husband and a wife. Kan masa terima akad nikah pun, that is the ijab kabul, that is what you say, aku terima nikahnya dan sebagainya. Okay, so that's what it is. It's legal binding contract. I mean, I've gone to courses where Syed semua cakap kan, Syed would say, marriage pasal fiqah, these are classes about fiqah of marriage and divorce. Kelas fiqah marriage and divorce. So it is a contract between husband and wife. And then Syed cakap, sorry sisters and sorry ladies, I know you have this notion, romantic notion, beautiful fantasy, rose garden, blah, 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 but marriage is a contract. That's what it says. Okay? Sorry, Joe. I'll change your diaper in 15 minutes, okay? Apa dia? Video tengah kerja, sayang. Kejap, okay? 15 minutes. Alright, so and that is selingan di mana my son telling me to go change his sister's diapers. Alright, so kita sambung.
So the consideration is the mahar. What you get is that you get the wife, and it's actually for you to, I mean, I'm just saying it openly, bluntly, is for you to have access to be intimate with your wife. Sebab tu you kalau ijab kabul, kalau kata aku jual anak aku, dia tak sah kahwin. Dia mesti sebut nikah. Aku nikahkan kau, atau dalam bahasa lain, bahasa yang sama maksud dengan dia, aku kahwinkan kau. Kenapa nikah? Nikah tu is towards sex. You cannot use other words because the whole point is about that. It's about sex.
Mainly that.
It's to halalkan that relationship, and it comes with all other things. Berani tebas, berani pikul.
and that money is for the wife, not for the parents, bukan untuk belanja kahwin.
Mahar is for the wife. Mahar is
Yeah.
for the wife.
Because there are some
Hantaran
extreme,
boleh share.
because there are some extreme cases where the parents letakkan mahar tinggi-tinggi sebab nak belanja untuk kenduri kahwin. Parents
Itu
yang
bukan
nak
mahar,
belanja.
biasanya dia letak mas kahwin lah.
Itu bukan mahar, itu mahal.
Dia letak hantaran.
Hantaran. But
Hantaran dia letak tinggi nak cover cost.
nak cover cost. Tapi itu menyusahkan yang halal. Itu problem.
Menyusahkan yang halal sebab kalau dia dapat suami lelaki yang tak mampu. Kalau dia jumpa lelaki yang mampu, itu tak menyusahkan kan?
Bro, the situation is usually sekarang ni macam ni rata-rata generally women are better educated and make more money. Men are slightly lower. So expectation parents of the girl tu biasanya lagi tinggi, kan? And it's difficult for, it's becoming a social issue. Di mana, mahal lah, tak boleh, tak mampu lah. Tapi parents the girl tu yang menyusahkan.
Banyak permutation lah Zuhri benda ni.
Banyak.
Dari segi umur perempuan tu kan, umur perempuan tu dah sangat lanjut ataupun masih lagi muda. Kena tengok umur lelaki tu juga. Lelaki umur 25 tahun, lepas tu you expect hantaran 100,000, memang confirm lah kawan, in normal lelaki 25 tahun takkan mampu.
Normally, kalau dia anak Sultan Ismail Ulam Raja.
Itu dah standard deviation, that's all the marginal error ataupun the outliers of the normal data plot. The normal data plot umur 25 tahun, lelaki baru start kerja 2 tahun, gaji kalau dalam 3,000 macam tu, mana dia nak expect dia nak boleh fork out 100,000. Kalau dia nak fork out buat 10,000 pun, itu pun dah kira quite a lot of money. Dia kena save properly. I would suggest dia buka ambil ASB, simpan duit dalam ASB. I would suggest dia ambil Islamic finance, financing for ASB. Take for
nak cover sikit on the marriage contract. Penting ni. I think as a educated person, you should know at least what contract you're going to get into. I think maybe we cover that on another video. Remind me to cover that another video, because marriage contract, okay? You lawyer ke, you tak lawyer, you're going to sign that contract, okay? So you need to know what to expect. So, because marriage is an akad, it's an agreement to enjoy each other and to build a family, okay? So, you need to know what is obligatory, recommended, permissible, disliked, and haram in the marriage. And setiap mazhab ada certain permutation, is that the word? I think we discuss that further nanti. Okay, the ijab and kabul, the sunnah of it, and because it's very fiqh and very thick fiqh, and it's very specific. Contracts are very specific and very specific. There are the time, the conditions. So you need to know what you're going to get into. I think we share that on another video. Let me write it. Kita sambung dulu.
For 20,000 yang 1 year, for example. Because at the beginning of the year, kalau you ambil that kind of financing for ASB, right? So that means at the end of the year, katakan you ambil RM10,000. So at the end of the year, RM10,000, you akan dapat the dividend for RM10,000 as though you have had RM10,000 in the account for the whole year. But if you simpan sikit-sikit RM100 sebulan kan, untuk nak sampai ke RM10,000 tu lama, jauh kan. So you rugi on the dividend of the ASB. Kalau you ambil financing, then you akan jadi disiplin, you kena bayar kan.
Okay.
my former boss cakap, if you don't fill up your ASB as Bumi Putra, rugi, sangat rugi. Fill it up.
Interesting. You're suggesting that ESB account as hantaran.
No, I'm suggesting in keeping your money as in ASB to build your net worth, to build your revenue, to build your as an investment tool, right? So kat situ dah ada, at least dah ada. So kena tunggulah maybe 1 or 2 years, you will be able to get certain sum depending on how much you can pay per month apa semua. Take the financing for that period of time. Then bila you dah nak kahwin, then you cairkan, you leburkan the financing. So yang mana yang dah boleh dapat, you akan dapat. Yang mana yang lain tu dia akan dia apa? Dia prorate kan. So tak dapat bayar the rest tu, then you dapatlah balik that amount. So at least you dah ada satu sumber duit yang you boleh dapat, yang you simpan kan. Kalau you simpan bawah bantal je, dia punya profit dia tu kurang daripada kalau you ambil macam financing kat ASB, which is a better option lah.
Okay, I mean there is an alternative lah. Sebaik-baiknya tak ambil financing or hutang untuk berkahwin. Sebaik-baiknya.
No, this is not hutang untuk berkahwin. Ini is ini ASB. So you are.
Okay, so basically it took me a while to get what you were saying, but it's actually very simple. Kan? It's your duit simpanan bila you plan nak kahwin tu katakan 5 or 10 years, 7 years. So instead of simpan sikit-sikit, 300 a month into ASB, kan? What the better way to do it for better return is get financing full. Katakan I don't know if you want to fill it out until 200,000, up to you, kan? But 10,000 or 200,000 penuhkan with financing, but you bayar setiap bulan to service the finance that you took, and with a bit of whatever charges you have to pay, and you take a bit of risk lah. That's it. Okay, you take a bit of risk of not being able to service that financing. So, but what you get in return is you dah masuk katakan 200,000 terus, the return is based, the return dividends is returns on it is based on 200,000, bukan 300 ringgit, 300 ringgit. Tak, dia dah full amount punya dividends, dia punya return tu. Alright, so simple je. Bukan at first I thought it was saying that pinjam duit untuk kahwin. No, it's not that. It's your savings untuk masa depan.
Ambil financing untuk 10,000 ASB for example, say katakanlah for 5 years. So in 5 years if you continuously pay, then you akan dapat 10,000. So kalau you punya plan nak kahwin dalam masa 5 tahun, then you ambil this kind of financing, in 5 years time you akan dapat 10,000 campur dividen. Bukannya you kalau you simpan dekat bawah bantal, in the same amount will probably lead you to in 5 years time to get 10,000 juga, tapi there's no bunga profit, there's no the dividend of ASB tu you tak dapat. So kalau you celik investment, then you akan nampak there's a element of faedah, not interest, there's an element of profit from the dividend yang you dapat because of your financing. So kalau you start daripada today, January kan, you start simpan 100, let's say you save 300 ringgit sebulan untuk nak kahwin. Be realistic lah, kalau you betul nak kahwin cepat, you kena simpan banyak lah, save lah duit betul-betul. So you save 300, you want to save 300 because your gaji 3,000, tolak EPF, budak, maybe you boleh save 300 a month, which is quite a lot of money. So you ambil ASB yang you bayar RM300 sebulan from January. That means dalam ASB account you dah ada RM10,000. Tapi you can't take it out. You can't take it out because that one is charged to the bank.
Alright, you only take the risk and service the.
You just service the financing every month, 300. After 1 year, you will get dividend for RM10,000.
Oh, 10,000. Alright.
Right? If you had saved RM300 a month, in 10 months you baru dapat 3,000. In 12 months you dapat 3,600. So you akan dapat dividend of 3,600. Itu pun tak full sebab in January it was only 300.
Yep.
Only in December baru dia naik 3,600. So the dividend akan prorate.
Yep. Okay.
So you akan dapat only let's say kalau you dapat profit of RM100 lah contohnya for 3,600. If it was 10,000, you might have gotten RM800 within the year.
Okay.
So see, by just paying the same amount, 300 a month, you have to do the maths lah. I'm just giving an example. The same amount that you service financing for ASB and the same amount you simpan dalam bank, end of the year you akan dapat a dividend higher kalau you ambil financing. So that's a good investment opportunity. So in 5 years time, you get your RM10,000 and also you get 800 for 5 years. That's what, RM4,000?
Yeah, true. I mean, it is something. It's a financial strategy whereby you make money without putting in your own money, but you take in a bit of risk. That's it. So you make the investment using duit bank, but you don't have to put in the large capital that you need to receive the returns from a large capital. You bayar sikit-sikit, but then you take a bit of risk. I mean, there are good debts and there are bad debts. Okay, bad debts are things like cost you money and giving no return, like a car. There's no car doesn't unless you drive Grab. Again, but it's a depreciating asset. But things like this instruments, it with the right strategy and financing and discipline, it can give this asset is appreciative. It gives good dividends, right? So I haven't done finance in a long time. So dulu when people were financing their ASB, I don't understand why do you want to borrow money and put it in the bank, put it in ASB. What was the point? And now that he explained it, now I get it. It's like, oh, it's about time and cost. Yeah, it's about time and capital. That's basically you push the time to get it. Bigger capital, a bigger return from the capital, right? So it's almost 10 and I have to go change diapers. Alright, so kita sambung lagi malam esok insyaAllah baru halfway through. Okay, so Ulangkaji, and we want to understand further clearer. So because Ulangkaji ni, kita boleh stop and pause and look at notes whereby I think it would be useful to share about marriage contract, the ijab kabul, because you will eventually be going into that contract, so you understand, and yeah, you need to know this. You need to know this because you're going to sign this. All right, going to sign this contract. Ijab kabul. It's an akad nikah, and I mean guys also should know this. Tapi macam baca, okay, kena kahwin, saja cepat, kan? Tak baca dulu, bahaya. I mean, this is a life-changing moment, a life-changing agreement. You need to know this, okay? All right. So I enjoy Ulangkaji. I appreciate your comments, Sister Alzina, because giving your input and I'm a visual person. I need to see what I'm doing. So I like to read. And so, this is her notes, inshallah. And then please take these notes. Okay. All right. So malam esok malam esok I will play a live. Okay, there are two things happening tomorrow night. Okay, because the event malu-malu kucing or tiga sebab lelaki sayang kucing best, that will be a private event via a link via Zoom. I will send siapa-siapa yang dah confirm via WhatsApp. I will send you the Zoom link nanti, and we meet privately. But if you are not participating, I will be putting a replay video. I'll be putting maybe this replay video will be useful, kan? Or Sister Azrina punya replay video. We'll see. Replay video. So that will be going on in public. Then I'll answer the questions a bit later. But in private, I will be there live with the sisters and inshallah a few brothers to be at the kucing seminar. Kucing seminar. Yeah, basically it's an event pasal kucing. Not pasal kucing, but jodoh dan kucing, kan. So nanti Dr. Lee will join us, and siapa-siapa yang already confirmed RSVP me is going to get the voucher for pet friendly sanitizer. It's for the cat. So yeah, you want to get this thing. Nampak tak? Can you see this? It's a pet friendly sanitizer, good for cats, cat skin, pembasmi kuman, pembersih persekitaran, luka sembuh dengan cepat, melegakan kegatalan, selamat dijilat. Yeah, cats. Of course, you're going to lick it, and so you can use this to spray your cat, sanitize your cat's fur dan sebagainya. Kan, maybe your cat like to go out, balik, bring home some germs. Spray your cat. I said spray, not spay. Spray. Okay, so daftar for this event. I will be in this event live. Via Zoom. Siapa yang dah daftar, I will give you a Zoom link. So we'll be there. Okay, so masuk sebelum pukul 9. I'll provide more details. You WhatsApp me, I'll provide you more details. Okay, invite more guys. All right, we have enough numbers of sisters joining. I'm pushing to get more guys, inshallah. All right, so it's not a matchmaking event. Don't be nervous, but it is for single men and women only. Untuk silaturahim. Wink, wink. Because why not? So this is Dr. Lee. She'll be joining and sharing a talk about can cats get COVID dengan Dr. Lee. All right, she's a medical professional and certified. I'm not advertising. Medical professionals, they cannot advertise. So what we're saying, she'll be there to promote, to share a talk about can cats get COVID, and as a founder of Pet Medic Hospital, dan sebagai certified first aid pet trainer, instructor. Pet first aid. Amazing. I didn't know there was such a thing. So anything happened to your cat, I'm going to ask her, hey, how do we do CPR on a cat? Contoh, I don't know, do you do CPR on a cat? So kita tanya dia malam esok. Alright, so sebelum saya undur diri, because I have to go change diaper. Homework adalah Send more financial questions. You risau, tapi you takut nak tanya, segan nak tanya, malas nak tanya, and then soalan you tak jawab, and then you keep making excuses, tak mencukup. So I cannot help you. If you ask me question, insyaAllah I can help you. I can get pros to help you, Dr. Syed Adam, Azlina, kan? So you ask question, I will get the right pros, insyaAllah. Alright, so homework you adalah send financial questions. This is my WhatsApp number. Okay, sebelum saya undur diri, kita baca doa dulu. Bismillah. Ya Allah, aku minta pasangan yang menjadi menantu yang baik pada ibu bapaku yang disayangimu untuk mendapatkan keredaanmu, berganding bahu bersama ke jannahmu, ya Allah. Type amin. Amin. Type amin. Alright, so kita see you tomorrow night, insyaAllah. Okay, don't forget to see you. Send me meow dan nama. Okay, so alright, so thank you. So we see you tomorrow night. Thank you for joining. Please do your homework. Tak tahu tanya, kan? Tak tahu tanya. Dan kalau you are an expert on such topics, such areas, for example finance or parenting, kan? You nak tahu? I think you nak tahu. I wanted to know about parenting before I got married because I wanted to prepare myself, even though I've basically babysat and 4 boys, four nephews, 1 niece, and also volunteered at the orphan care where I change diapers. That's mostly what I do those nights. Change bayi yang ditinggalkan and change their diapers. Orphan care is an NGO that's close to my heart, where it is they have like this box in the bungalow. They have a box. Orang yang instead of buang bayi, kan, instead of buang bayi, tuang sampah in the garbage bin and all that. So they have this baby hatch di mana people can anonymously leave the baby in the hatch and just leave a form, ini bayi Islam or whatever faith or slight background, whatever. Just put the baby in a secure box lah. It's not a kotak, and it's a wall. It's a safe wall, air conditioned, locked. Ada penjaga, orang jaga. So bila someone tutup balik je, and then the caretaker will come and fetch the baby immediately. So people can have their anonymity instead of buang bayi, dia nak sebab dia orang takut diketahui, so they can protect the identity while saving the baby, kan? So it's an alternative. I think it's a much needed alternative, and people need to know more about it. So where was I? Oh, changing diapers. Yes. Sometimes the caretaker tak cukup tangan, so cakap, Zuhri, can you come and change, help over? Okay. Masa single kan, anytime je. Just call me when you need me. So, Zuhri, can you come over? Alright, so no problem. Tukar diaper dan sebagainya. So, yeah. So, training. I had those trainings. So, if you have parenting skills, inshallah, I want to try get this author and friend, Uncle Fakri, because he wrote this book called Cool Mom, Super Dad. Gonna get him to talk about parenting. If you appreciate this kind of content, can give you more confidence, prepare you, make you feel ready to be a parent, then you let me know whatever thing that you need to know. Can okay? I'm not saying you're going to be an expert. No. Only experience can make you build the expertise, but prepare you with the knowledge, theory, and then macam belajar buat kereta lah, theory. Mula you belajar theory, and then you get in the car, the practical, then you actually drive the car. Contoh, okay. So these are theories, and from people who have experience and expertise in their area. Alright, so Panjangnya Assalamualaikum Melayu ni. Assalamualaikum panjang. Alright, so 10 minit Assalamualaikum. Alright. Okay, so sebelum saya undur diri, ingat cinta diri, cinta mari. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye. Tata.